they recently did not too long ago for the corona, like eight people, like eight people died from it. Then they did another one. They said people got paralyzed, but it's crazy because you would think that he should get charged, but he can't get charged because it was like you chose to be the crash dummy.
No, actually, this is the thing that people sign documents when they're here. Here's the issue I have. All I have is the issue is it's easier for them to go into Africa,
right,
and to do it, and no one signs documents. They just go inside and say, hey, we're going to inoculate and do something for your children. The African indigenous people, caught up in the hype and not paying attention, allow themselves and children to be vaccinated because they see America as a country that brings aid to them and help, and they pay a price. It's been happening, to be honest, this whole vaccination and exploitation in Africa happened for 500 years. But this whole vaccination of Africa has been going on for the last almost 200 years. 150 years to 200 years because in other forms of way they were testing Africans, just like they test African Americans over here with smallpox. Yeah, they literally are small children who are paralyzed. Wow. And I think it was in Chad. It's from Natural News is the source. And it mentions Chad, for instance, recently fell victim of the dark, quoting from Natural News, says, as covered in investigation, going further, for instance, recently fell victim to the dark side of the vaccine agenda after at least 50 youth in the area developed paralysis following vaccination with Men-Afri-Vac. Men-Afri-Vac is what they're calling it, a new meningitis vaccine developed specifically for Africa, taunted as a preventive cure for meningitis. What makes it even, and then watch this, taunted as a preventive cure for meningitis, Men-Afri-Vac reportedly caused each of the children, some of whom were as young as 7, to suffer hallucinations, convulsions, and ultimately paralysis. They were paralyzed. What makes it interesting is that
the vaccine paralyzed.
From the vaccine. Right. According to a cousin of 2 of the vaccine-injured children, the horrific side effects of Men-Afri-Vac began to appear within 24 hours of its administration. Many of the children affected by it immediately began experiencing headaches, vomiting, which later progressed into uncontrollable convulsions while bent over with saliva coming from their mouths.
Yeah, I know. When they was interviewing my boy CEO Mike, like I was telling you before you came, CEO Mike is actually the rapper Soulja Boy manager. He had caught it, and he said he had lost like 30 pounds in like less than a week.
He caught what? Corona? Oh wow.
He said he had lost 30 pounds like real fast. He said, he said he was at the crib chilling, and he just felt like he was drowning. He couldn't even, how you feel like when you're in the water. Said he felt like he was drowning. He said if they wouldn't have got there fast enough, he would have been out of here.
Did he say how did he get in contact? How did he got it?
He said he got it because being hard-headed, going to stores like Walmart, you know what I mean? And still, he got fans because, he's Soulja Boy manager, so he taking pictures. And then he said, but he said the timeline he put it together was when he was at Walmart. I guess a lot of stores now, if y'all notice, they've been wiping down the buggies.
Buggies, right?
But I guess he got a buggy that didn't get wiped down. So he got the buggy. He ain't had no gloves on.
That's what he said?
Yeah, he ain't had no gloves on. So he said he went to the crib and, unconsciously, like I didn't even notice this until this corona, how unconsciously you touch your face.
All the time.
All the time.
And your mouth.
And your mouth. And he said that's what happened. He said he touched his face, caught it. Boom.
He said the next day he felt it?
He said it took him about 48 hours.
Wow.
He said he just, he caught it. But I want to ask both of y'all something.
I found a family member, just to interrupt you, I'm sorry. I just found out one of my close family members in New York City has it.
That ain't surprising.
She's a nurse. And she and 3 other nurses got it. She went home on a Tuesday.
Right.
And ended up with a temperature of 102. Got reported in that she was sick. She did some herbs and other things, and the temperature broke. She went to the doctors, I think, on Thursday, and to get checked, and they said she was definitely positive for coronavirus. So she was down for 2 weeks. But she said she took some natural things to help, and she has a very good diet. She's in shape. She looks like a model. She's older. She looks like a model, but she ended up now she has it, but she's not feeling the symptoms of it. And surprisingly, I don't know why, she's going back to work at the hospital.
Yeah, that's how this one girl I know that's a nurse, she went back to work as well, and she had it. But this is my thing. Did y'all take it seriously, like, did y'all take it seriously right off the jump, or did y'all take it like, okay, well, I don't know nobody who got it, so, or nobody in my family ain't got it yet, so it might be, I ain't gonna take it as serious. Because me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't take it serious until two things happened. Until one of my people got it, and they shut the NBA down. That's when I took it serious.
Really?
I ain't take it serious before then. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't. Because I took it like, you know what I'm saying, man, this was the same thing they said about the swine flu, same thing they said about this, you know what I'm saying? So I just took it like, oh, here go one of their little gimmicks, a little politician gimmick that they pulling right now, you know what I'm saying? Because every time the be presidential re-electing time, they come up with this garbage. So I'm thinking, okay, man, this ain't for real until them two things happen.
You know, to be honest, I'm going to admit that I was one of those foolish African Americans who thought black people couldn't get anything. I was one of those people. Yeah, that
too. I remember that.
I was like, man, we don't get sick of that stuff. We didn't get. I actually believed it. I actually thought, because I don't get sick. I don't get sick. Yeah. And if I do, I know what I did is usually from diet. Yeah. So catching colds, something I don't catch. And I remember the last time I did get sick, I knew exactly what was going on. It was a fever. I mean, it was the flu. And but I knew what to do. I never went to the hospital. I knew what to do naturally. Natural homeopathic. Do it natural medicine, homeopathic healer. Right. But I actually thought that this was something that was Asia's problem. And then I think when it came to America ports, I started taking it seriously when I got a call from New York from my aunt and uncle who said they're both doctors. One is a doctor and my aunt is a nurse. They're married. And they said, Dawid, they said, this is very serious. And it's and then they're the first ones that told me, this is about 2 months ago, right. 1 or 2 ago, that the people who are getting sicker tend to be people who are minorities. And I was like, what?
When did you take it? Did you take it serious off the bat, AJ? No. When did it make you feel like this might be for real?
I honestly don't ever know, to tell you the truth, because I know we was supposed to went to Austin, Texas, so I wasn't really taking it serious until like when they just started shutting everything down.
That's when it hit you.
I mean, I didn't take it serious then. I think when people started getting sick, I guess when people that I know started dying, or just people hearing about dying, I guess it just really affected differently, I don't know. I don't know. Even to now, I really don't really take it too serious.
It's like surreal.
I think it's fear. Like when you put fear into anything, people get sick just because they fear something. Right. Like you can emotionally get sick.
Yeah. Psychologically, you can. That's a fact.
Sick. So
that can make you sick.
And then when they was talking about this could only affect older people with underlying health issues.
Yeah, they were saying a lot of mixed information, man.
And then when they talk about the people that died, they're not giving specifics about, okay, well, this person was 34, but this person had, asthma or you're not telling us anything. Stroke, you're just making it seem like
why they not doing autopsies on people though? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. Most people that die, you do autopsies on them.
Well, I think they knew autopsies are often done when you don't know what kills a patient. I think what he says, they're right. A lot of these people have pre-existing conditions.
But everybody ain't dying from no corona, man.
Well, I don't think it's corona that's killing them.
But that's what they saying right now. Every time somebody died, corona's involved.
But they're not being specific about the people that's dying from coronavirus. And then they're not even, they're just putting up the numbers of death, but they're not putting up the number of people that actually recovered.
Yeah, that's true. That's
right. So it's kind of like, like if we just all walk around here just like, oh my God, I'm gonna catch it. Oh my God, like you know what I'm saying? You're putting it in your head,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I think that everybody's immune systems are strong enough. Like this is no different than what Okay, when did this hit? In February or March?
No, actually, they said it hit around 8-3C time.
Okay, so why was nobody
But no one
here?
It was no one